Okay people, this is himself and welcome to another Tekken 7 guide. In this video I'm going to show you how you can get extra frames on a perfect clash, and this is going to be with King and Armor King. Let's start off with AK. As most of you already know, we have D3. This is a 17 frame low, and on count it puts us at +9. But if we get a perfect clash, we actually end up at +15. Now at this point most of you will be thinking, we can launch with the dark upper, but the thing is it's guard frames, so they can just block. One thing I did look into though was how long it takes them to duck, and from my testing it seems to be about 13 frames. You can see here that after the clash I'm holding down with King, but Armor King's 4, which is 13 frames, is still making contact. So with this you would assume that a throw attempt would be guaranteed, but sadly when I tested it just doesn't connect, and because of that this clash just isn't useful. Another move I looked into though was blindside. Now normally on counters this puts us at +16, but when we get a perfect clash it's +18. Now one thing I tried to follow up with is 1+2-2. This is 17 frames and it would have given us good easy damage, but the thing is it just doesn't have enough range, so we can't use it. What we can use though is FF4. This is 18 frames, so you have to be frame perfect, but what makes it useful is that this is a wall bouncer, so in the right situation this is better than dark upper. Now since we have a use for this clash, we also need some setups, but because blindside comes out in 18 frames it's tricky. The only thing that I could find was 1+2-4. On hit this gives us the right number of frames so that if they jab we get the clash. The issue though is getting people to jab in the first place. Most people in this situation are just gonna block, so to trick them we need something, and the only thing that I could find was F4. This is mid and it's +2 on block, so even if they just hold back it gives us some advantage. It also hits sidesteps, so it closes that option as well. So that's what we have with AK, but with King I actually found something better. Take a look at this move, F1+4, aka chest bump. On block this is +3, and on hit and count hit it's +7. But if we get a perfect clash it's actually +10, and that means that 2-1 is guaranteed. What makes it better though is giant swing is unduckable. They can break the throw but they're not going to be able to crouch, and to me that is pretty good. To make this clash work though we need a setup, and thankfully King has one move that gets the job done, Dropkick. On block this is +7, so when we chest bump and they jab we get our clash. Now at this point some of you will ask, how do we get to the jab though? Because when they block they're going to feel that frame advantage and they're not going to move. Well, the answer is double dropkick. When they block the first one they're not going to move, but when they block a second it makes them feel that they have to do something, and what do people do? They jab. So that then raises one more question, how do we set up the dropkick? Well, this is actually not that difficult. What we do is do it after Shining Wizard, Tijuana Twister or Rock Bottom. With these throws, if they stand up or back roll they end up blocking it, and that is exactly what we want them to do. Now if you enjoyed this video drop me a like, and then check out the 2 videos you see on screen. The first will tell you all about Armor King's blindside, the other will lead you into my King playlist, and in there you can learn about all 3 throws I just mentioned.